Alrighty. Welcome everyone. Hi traders. Welcome to the Simple Forex Setup show today. I'm going to share my chart and go through some of my trades on the 4-hour time frame. So let me share the screen. Alrighty. Here we go. So what have we got here? So first I'm going to start looking at Gbp Cad. Gbp Cad is a trade that I entered short last week. It's been going sideways and I'm still in. So in terms of the monthly outlook, I'm still looking for a short just off that horizontal line down to there. On the weekly, it's going, sideways at the moment, but still looking for a short down to those levels there. Daily, there was an inside bar with a bearish engulfing, which was quite a good setup and hopefully a confirmation that there is a drop in the exchange rate coming. So I'm still holding on. So this is on the 4-hour chart. If you've entered, let me know if you're also still holding, or if you're out, or if you didn't enter at all. All right, next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro USD. So Euro USD still in. So entered a couple of weeks ago over here. The price has been going steadily up. In terms of the monthly, I'm still looking for a long all the way to this area where the next horizontal level is. So here that still looks good on the weekly and daily as well. We had a bit of sideways movement, but it's going up. So I'm still in this trade and holding on. What I'm going to do now is, since it's moved up, I'm going to move the trailing stop a bit further up. So the last couple of dips were around this area. So I'm going to move the trailing stop to around that TP2 level. Look if this is going to work. No. Why is that not working? Right. There we go. This is the right button. So around TP2. So that's the new trailing stop. I'll move this up. So where's the trailing stop now? Trailing stop is here. So new trailing stop is at 1.21256. Okay. And I'm just holding on, giving it plenty of room to move. But as long as it's going in the general direction of the trade, long for this particular one, then I'm happy to stay in. All right, let me quickly check the chat box. Got out. I got out. Can I get back in? Oh, okay. Is that on the Gbp Cad? Oops, wrong direction. Okay. Gbp Cad. All right, let me have a look. So Gbp Cad, to go, we're going short. Here, you can probably enter, say on the daily, let me annotate that. So on the daily, you could enter a few pips below that engulfing and stop loss just above the engulfing. And if it comes down, that would be a good entry. That's on the daily. Let me see on the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, I would wait to see if it comes back to this trend line. Let's say maybe a bit more around here with the stop loss, probably the same stop loss there. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could still go short on that one, either of those areas. Or you could wait for the price to drop further and then retest that area there. And then if it keeps going sideways, then you're not in that churn. So in that case, it would be if the price goes a bit further along and then comes back to this sort of area here, and then maybe waiting for the short at that point. So if we have any further sideways movement here, then you're not in that. Yeah, so it could be down there as well. A couple of entry points if you wanted to do that. All right. On the daily, yep, I'll show you on the daily. So on the daily, it would be below the current engulfing bar, just below that, maybe a few pips below, whatever you normally use as your, you know, offset in terms of entry. And the stop loss can be just above that area there, basing it off the engulfing there, unless you wait for some more price action. If it squeezes and then you get some better reversal there, you could do that as well. Okay, let's go and have a look at, so Euro USD, we've moved the stop loss, the trailing stop, what used to be the stop loss, now the trailing stop. We are at a TP2. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro Jpy. So Euro Jpy, we've been in for a few weeks there as well. This one is still going in the upward direction. So in terms of monthly, that's looking really good. I'm still looking for along all the way up to here on the weekly. Yep, I'm still holding on to that one, still looking good. What's on the daily? Daily's still looking good as well. It's moving up. A little bit of retracement to the EMA, but still going up. So in terms of the 4-hourly, I'm still holding. This one, I'm also going to move the stop loss. Let's see, the stop loss now already a trailing stop there. So I'm going to move it somewhere a bit below that area. Let's see. maybe around here. So let's do that. Move the trailing stop up a little bit. So to about here. So trailing stop now at 132.028. There we go. So holding on to that one. Next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is USD Jpy. So with this one, I'm still looking for a long up to this area here. In terms of the weekly, we've got that compression going sideways. Bit of indecision, but I would still look for a long for this area here. Let's see on the daily. So on the daily, we're now at around that trend line. We had, in terms of price action, we had an inside bar and almost an engulfing in terms of the whole body and wicks. So probably looking to see what happens there. If the price goes above, I would still be looking for a long, unless it keeps going down. But yeah, still a long for me on this one. On the 4 hourly, oh yeah, I entered this trade last week around this area here, but got bumped out just on the wick of that candle. So yeah, if you're then getting into the trade, putting the stop loss, I would put it a bit below that horizontal, so away from the wicks. Leave a bit of room, but only if the price action is showing a reversal for the long. So let's see what happens in the next couple of bars. Let me just check quick questions. I tried a few times, but you bumped out. Yeah. So definitely it's still sort of indecision. I mean, you could wait for that price to go up and then retrace. You know, that's another level of confirmation. Tried both up and down. Okay. Just pick a direction and stick with it, because usually on a 4 hourly bar, you need a few bars for the direction to change. It's not going to be that quick, even though it can change, but the range is going to be too small, too narrow to actually make a profit. So yeah, my advice would be, once you have the direction and you've decided on the direction of the trade, keep trading in that, not sort of changing the direction too fast before there is a confirmation of the direction actually changing. Okay. All right, the next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Aud USD. So Aussie US. All right, so on the monthly, the channel and the trend is still going up. We've been going sideways for quite some time. So there's a lot of indecision. On the weekly, we are at the bottom of the channel. Therefore, I would still be looking for a long. on the daily, we've been going, to the bottom of the channel and then sort of following the channel, but not going very fast. There's a little bit of resistance there as well. So not much room to move. And on the 4-hourly, yeah, in terms of the price action and the setup, the closer to the channel, to the bottom of the channel would be better, so that we have enough room before that first resistance to enter for a long. That would be my plan. So let's see what happens with the price action. It would really need to be hugging this channel line. I would be looking for a long, and some of the profit targets to be below that horizontal. Okay, next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Euro AUD. So Euro AUD. So this one I was always looking for a short, but after last week and the close on the weekly above that horizontal level, I am thinking possibly long if we get a retracement and a confirmation in the same direction. So on the daily, this is what it looks like. It's been coming down, then gone sideways, and now gone up above. So in terms of the price action, we have a high, a lower, a low here. Let me just annotate that. So we've got low here, got the high there, we've got a higher low there, and now we're already higher than the previous high. So if we get a retracement down either to this level or further down in line here or with the trend line, then I would be looking for a price action around this area that would be going long. Yeah, that price action would have to be very strong for me to take that trade, because otherwise it's still in a long-term downtrend. So, but on this this time frame, that's what it looks like at the moment. So on the H4, for the actual entry, I would be looking for the price to drop down either to this horizontal level or a bit further below to these levels here. So basically where that aqua box is, and then I would be looking for a long opportunity. All right, the next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Eurogbp. Eurogbp. So this one is not trending, hasn't been trending for a while. So I'm looking at it as a sideways going market, the ranging market. So in terms of going between those two, I'm looking for a long off the bottom. So we had a bit of a go at going up, but it's pulled back. So now looking at a long, but I'm not very confident because of that resistance level there. So I probably wouldn't take it unless it really retraces down to this entry level above those peaks, or all the way down back to the support level there. And probably reducing risk on this one. All right, next currency pair I'm going to have a look at is Gbp Jpy. So on this one, I have the trend going up. So I'm looking for longs. Weekly is already quite close to the resistance. So I'm looking for pullback. I'm not going to be entering that trade anytime soon. On the daily, I'm looking for the pullback to the top of the channel at least. So on the 4-hourly, somewhere around this area. So looking for that pullback before entering any long positions. Next currency pair I'm looking at is Gbp Usd. So Gbp Usd, I'm looking for a long, being mindful that it is now quite close to the resistance level there. So on the weekly and daily, yeah, I need a big pullback because there's not enough room now for any sort of entry at the moment. So would have to wait for a pullback all the way down to the bottom of the channel there. All right, let's have a look at questions. So overbought, yes, yeah, definitely. But you never know. Keep going with the trend. If the trend's there, keep going with the trend. That's what I do. That's my advice anyway. All right, the last currency pair I'm looking at is USD Cad. So that one is a short for me. So it's already closed below that 1.25 level. It hasn't pulled back. I'm not sure if it will, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that pullback first before jumping on. So pull back to that area and let's see what happens. It might go sideways for a bit, but if there is a pullback up here, then I'm definitely looking to jump on for a short at that time. Let's have a look. Oh, you're in the wrong direction, holding some bad trades. Okay. Well, if the stop loss is still valid, then yeah, just stay in. But if it's not, then maybe have a look at getting out earlier. Yeah, sometimes we don't know, but you know, the higher time frames usually predict the direction, and if we have a trade in the same direction, it's more likely we will get a profitable trade. It's not guaranteed, nothing's guaranteed, but definitely more likely, and we are working with the probability of having a good trade. I got caught in the last yeah. Yep, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it goes crazy, market goes crazy. All right, thank you very much everyone for joining me. I'll be back again at 1 p.m. Singapore time this afternoon. So if you're coming along, I'll see you then. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thank you very much and bye for now.